Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rena. If you're new here, then welcome. I tried to manage my hair a little bit. I don't think I did very well. I just sometimes feel helpless with my hair. But you know what? Today is not about my hair. It's all about the skincare behind me. So let's just ignore me and look into the skincare. This is the time again. Every month I will review a Australian skincare brand. I've recently started to dive into different brands, to be honest. I've got a Korean brand coming up for the next month. Just really interesting to try other things, and I guess I'll just keep swapping, keep up my interest, and I'll be having this excitement of trying new skincare. But during the last month, I tried this very famous, iconic Australian brand, Thursday Plantation, and then there are 7 products in their acne range. I've actually got all of their products tested out during the last month, and today is the time to give you my final reviews. If you want to know how I feel about these products, because some I do really recommend and others I really don't think you need to spend the money, let's just keep on watching. And if you like contents for today, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and consider subscribe down below. I do have a whole playlist dedicated on all the skincare that I've tried and reviewed, so make sure I link that somewhere as well. You can check it out after today's video. Without further ado, let's just dive into it. The brand was started by Eric White in 1973, and it was actually born in New South Wales in Australia. So he started growing tea tree plants, and after 4 years of planting, harvesting, growing, all this process, on a Thursday, all of a sudden he decided he's gonna start a brand, and there we go, Thursday Plantation. Thursday Plantation started by just making tea tree oil as a healing oil against infections, and over the years, over the research they've done, they've already expanded their range, and now they are doing a lot of natural oils, including rosehip, jojoba, lavender, macadamia, almond, and eucalyptus oils, and also related beauty products for face, body, and they also have their shampoo and conditioners from their tea tree line as well. Thursday Plantation as a brand is also an integral healthcare brand. Integral Healthcare is actually a company which having 60 years of study in the research of natural medicine, and this company will bring all these herbal companies together to deliver a herbal, nutritional, and complementary healthcare products to the people who are looking for a natural ways to maintain long and healthy lifestyle. You found, for example, for their acne range, they're using 100% pure Australian grown tea tree oil, and this ingredient is a natural antibacterial ingredient to help dry out the pimples, acne, and this entire range is free from benzoyl peroxide. You found benzoyl peroxide is actually a chemical compound, also really helpful in terms of helping treat acne. There's study being done comparing the effect of tea tree oil versus benzoyl peroxide, and they found their effect are very similar. So the good thing about tea tree oil is it actually giving a fewer side effects. So people are very sensitive, they might want to go for tea tree oil, and it's a more mild sort of formula, and because it's quite mild, so it is time consuming, so it will take longer before you actually see a big difference compared to benzoyl peroxide. So if you are looking for a natural sort of way of treating all these pimples and acne, this is actually a brand to look for. If you want to go a quick, effective, just one strong sort of medication to get rid of all these problems, I guess benzoyl peroxide might be yours. So if you are using benzoyl peroxide from your dermatologist recommendations, definitely go ahead. They are the doctors. I'm just here to providing some of the information about these products, and as myself, I don't have a lot of acne. I do have pimples coming every now and then, so I think tea tree oil is more for me. I use it when I need it, but because I'm not a prone acne skin, I really can't tell that sort of differences. I thought I'll just quickly do the disclaimer here before I actually dive into the product, in case you are wondering. The first product is their tea tree wash. This one retails for $12.99 for 150 ml. Obviously, the key ingredient is a tea tree oil. It helps to get rid of this excessive oil produced on the face, also remove the dirt as well as the makeup without stripping the face too much and maintaining its natural oil balance. Also contains chamomile to calm down the redness on the skin. On their website, this wash is claimed to be suitable for a combination to oily skin types, so you can really get rid of oil and to prevent recurrence of the acne and the pimples. And as for the formula, it's a pH-free formula, soap-free formula, and it's also free from all those harmful chemicals like petrochemicals and as well as mineral oils. I do really like the packaging with this lovely foaming pump. I just save so much steps of getting the foam started yourself. I usually just use one pump or a half to apply it across my face and massage into my face. I still prefer to use it I'll say before I take a shower, and I tend to take a shower after exercise, after work, so it's happening every evening. If you like to use it in the morning, and if you like me, I like to use a more gentle non-foaming cleanser, so you might think twice about this product because it does not work well into like my routines morning and night. The foam can sort of leave a little bit of residue around the hairline, so I like to use it before I take a shower, so I know there's definitely going to be no residue whatsoever. But of course this can be used during the morning. It just, for my preferences, is always for my evening routine. It comes with a very signature tea tree scent, so if you're someone really against the scent, I don't think this entire range is suitable for you. There are a few not as strong as I thought it would be, so I'll just mention them as I go along, but this one, it's quite obvious. The good thing is you're just gonna wash it off, so it's only gonna leave on your face for 30 seconds or so. And for the form, it is rich but it's not heavy, so I feel like my skin is really cleansed and not leaving really dry as it claims to be. I did really enjoy using it, and I think I might repurchase in the future if my skin is going through a stage where having a lot of acne and pimples, and I can use this every night. Next, another cleansing product is their cleansing wipe. I've actually just talked about it in my recent empties, but now I'm gonna dive into a little bit more about the ingredients. So this one retails for $8.99 for 25 wipes and is a biodegradable wipe. So as a wipe itself, it's better than other ones, but in general speaking, I think makeup wipes can be avoided, particularly this one. The key ingredients are tea tree oil, of course, cocaiba oil. This is from South America. It is used to heal the wound and reduce the redness, calm the skin, and also just to help you healing the skin a lot quicker away from all the acne and the pimples. They also contain a lateral lactic acid to help doing the exfoliation while you are using the wipe, removing everything on your skin, as well as aloe vera to smoothing and hydrating the skin. Formula wise, like I said, it's biodegradable wipes, and it's a vegan product free from a lot of the harsh chemicals such as petrolatum, mineral oils, silicone, SLS, and paraben. And now it comes to the experience of me using it, and I really don't recommend it. Just to let you guys know, I really don't think you rely on this product to remove all your makeup. And in general speaking, I still recommend a two-step of cleansing your face, either with a wipe combined with a cleanser or a cleansing balm with a cleanser, whichever way you like. Just do a two-step to make sure you actually get rid of everything. I think it might be able to remove if you just apply the sunscreen as your last step of your skincare, but one of the major problems with this one, because it's containing tea tree oil and I believe it's getting a quite good concentration, it is so strong. The scent is way much stronger than the cleanser that I just mentioned, and I can't use it around my eyes. It literally makes my eyes so stinging, and I was just crying every time when I'm using this. It's just such a painful experience. I don't see much of point of using this one, and I know it says prevents breakout, clean acne-prone skin. If you really want to clean it, you might as well use the wash or use a bit of concentrated treatment that I'm gonna mention in a minute. Why do you have to go for this particular wipe? So I do not recommend, and it's not cheap. It's $9 for 25 wipes. If you are going for a good wipe, I recommend the simple one. They are biodegradable as well, and I think it works a lot better than this. Moving on, let's go to the toners. I've got their tea tree and witch hazel toner. This one retails for $9.95 for 100 ml here. The key ingredients, like the name suggested, are the tea tree and the witch hazel. Both of these are targeting to minimize and tighten the pores, and it also contains aloe vera and lavender to give you this calming, soothing feeling on the skin. And I think the lavender in here also adding this bit of natural fragrance, because I do smell this one is not as strong from a tea tree, but also with a lavender scent to it. I do think it's a combination for the fragrance as well as calming and soothing. But just keep in mind, the lavender can sometimes, as well as the witch hazel, cause a bit of sensitivity for some certain type of skins. So I don't think it's gonna be a product for everyone. Formula-wise, it is free from petrochemicals and mineral oils, and it's also alcohol-free. I've actually found a lot of the pore minimizing toners, particularly from the drugstore as well as the high-end, they're always containing or tend to have alcohol within. It's not bad. Alcohol is not the end of the world, but if you want want to have one without, this one doesn't contain alcohol. And I do notice that sort of scent when I was using it, like I mentioned earlier, a combination of tea tree and lavender, but I can't stand it, and I think it's not as strong as that wipe. That wipe, it was absolutely too strong. So I can actually use it, just pat it all over my face, even on my eyelid. That's absolutely fine. I think my skin more noticing a calming effect, like really smoothing my skin, rather than like see a huge obvious result of pore minimizing. So I guess for the pore minimizing part, I might have to update with you guys after I finish this entire bottle. I'm somewhere around here at the moment. So in my empties, I'll give you guys an update. If I do like a clarifying toners in the future videos, I'm planning to do rather than a brand, but also just dedicate a particular categories of products, like all the cleansers, all the foaming cleansers. You know, in those videos, I'll make sure I'll update with you guys as well. But at the moment, I'm still thinking I don't see much of differences about minimizing my pore, but I did notice a really calming feeling, and my skin feels really smooth after I use it. In their entire acne range, there's no serum provided. I can understand. I don't think that it's a point of actually having a tea tree oil serum, so we're gonna skip all the serum. I will actually just using my regular vitamin C and retinoid morning and night serums, but they do have a cream, so let's just jump into the moisturizers. This is their tea tree face cream, and this one retails for $11.99 for 65 grams. Obviously, tea tree ingredient to dry out the pimples, and it also contains rosehip oil as natural antioxidant, also provide nourishment. This cream also contains vitamin E, shea butter, and macadamia oil to further moisturize the skin and also help reduce the scars from the acne. I'll say the scar more for the fresh ones. If you had a really old scar, chronic ones are probably not going to be very benefit from the ingredients here. It is a non-comedogenic form. Is that how you say? I definitely butchered that word. So that just means it won't clog into your pores, and it's also free from all the petrochemicals and mineral oils like I mentioned earlier. It comes with a thick yogurt sort of texture in my opinion. It did take a while for me to get used to how to get this product onto my face. I found the most easy way is to get something into your fingertip, warm it up, and then just press it onto your face. But now as I've been using it throughout the month, I can actually just apply it a little bit directly onto my face and take a little bit of time to massage into it. It does take time, so the quickest way is to warm it up, but I can use it either way, and I really enjoying it. As a cream, I don't think it having a such strong scent, to be honest. It's gonna leave one of those really mild calming tea tree that you would like to spray around your house if you like some of those calming scent from the herbals. I found this cream is really lightweight and yet very moisturizing. I like the combination of the ingredient they put it together in the formula. I use it even beyond the testing time because I just so in love with this one. Particularly the last couple weeks, it was so hot here. This one is not heavy, calmed everything, reduced the redness, and helped the pimples go away a lot quicker. I do recommend this if you're looking for a tea tree oil facial cream, but if you're just wanting to introduce tea tree oil at like certain spots on your face, there are a couple of products we're gonna mention next. You might want to have a look and decide which one is better for you. And here's the tea tree medical gel that I just mentioned. I do have an open one that I purchased even before I start reviewing this, and this is in their old packaging. I think the formula is the same, but they did upgrade their look. This is actually a TGA approved product because they're having a quite higher concentration, so it's a therapeutic good product. And this product also won the 2018 Beauty Heaven Best Spot and Pimple Treatment in their beauty awards. So obviously the key ingredients here are the tea tree oil to help to control the acne, and like I mentioned, it's just work as an alternative of benzoyl peroxide, and because this one's having a higher concentration under TGA regulation, so this is definitely a better version if you're having targeted spots that you want to treat it with a higher dosage over the other products that I just mentioned. Those are for like a daily skincare, and this is more for a treatment, spot treatment type of product. It is a clear gel texture. It does come with a really signature scent, and I think this one is almost on board with the wipe that I just mentioned. They're quite strong, so when you use it around your eyes, if you have pimples around there, you have to be quite careful because that stinging can sort of just travel all the way to the eyes. I did found when I had pimples around here, when I applied it, my eyes feels a little bit stinging, but I can't get away with it because I'm only applying a tiny bit just right on top of the pimple. So I just want to let you guys know. I think it works best for inflamed but not ruptured pimples, so it's not completely broken, it's not an open wound. When it's really red, maybe even a bit swollen, like you feel this is quite puffed and is quite sore to touch, those are the perfect time you put on this the night before you go to sleep, and you wake up in the morning, you realize the pimple really shrinked and the redness will really calm down. However, in my personal experience, when I have a long-term pimple, you know, the ones that's not so red, not so inflamed, not causing a lot of pain, but it's just there bothering you for a couple weeks, I tend to use a niacinamide and a BHA sort of mixed concentrated spot treatment. Those ones works better for the long-term chronic pimples. This is really good for a red inflamed swelling ones. So I sort of use these two type of products interchangeably. Depends on what sort of pimples that I've got on my face. But I do recommend this one if you have those active, painful, swelling, red acne. Apart from the gel that we just mentioned, they also have a tea tree stick. It's called tea tree blemish stick. They do have two sort of versions now. One is their clear bottle, retails for $10.99 for 7 ml. I used that before, and I have to say, if I have to compare a medical gel versus the stick, I think the gel works way better, definitely having a higher concentration. The stick is more a travel-friendly version that you can take it with you, sort of apply it, and it's more hygiene because it's come with sponge applicator. And they recently came up with a new version that has got color in here. It's like a 3-in-1 product from what they claim. So these are retail for $12.99 for 7 ml as well. It comes like a liquid concealer sort of product. So they are having tea tree oils here to dry out the pimples, and also containing natural manuka honey to help reduce appearances of the acne scars, as well as the tint within is a natural mineral concealer. So they do have two shades, light and medium, and I've got the shade light here. I really like the whole idea of this product. It helps to treat the pimples and the scars as well as concealing it. Do you have that moment in the morning where you have this red pimple and you really want to conceal it, and then you worry the cosmetic product will make the pimple even worse by the end of the day? So that's why I was so excited when I see this. However, there are a couple issues with this one. First good thing is it's not stinging. I tried to use it under my eye just to test it out if it stings. I did not. So it's really good to use it all around your face, anywhere if you got a spot area that you want to conceal. If you look at this one, this is what I applied, 3 layers. I mean 3 layers to get this coverage. It's worse than what I applied 1 layer with my concealer. So obviously using as a concealer is not so ideal, and if you are trying to cover a pimple or acne, you would know they're most likely very red, very swollen, so you really need to have a good coverage product to disguise it, and I don't think this one can do it. I would say if you really want a tea tree oil treatment, go for the medical gel, because that one's gonna work way better than this. So I probably will not repurchase this. I don't know if I should recommend it to you. Based on what I said, I think it really has to depend on your own preferences. If you are wanting to give this coverage, then go ahead, because this one does give a little bit of coverage. If you think it's not necessary, then we can skip this one. It's not that expensive, but I don't think it works as well as the medical gel that I just mentioned. And the last but not the least, they do actually have a tea tree mask as well. This is tea tree and a manuka honey clay mask. This one retail for $14.99 for 100 gram. First of all, I think the price wise is really good, and again it's using 100% pure Australian grown tea tree oil to draw out all these impurities, and natural kaolin clay to help absorbing and controlling this oil productions that we have. The manuka honey they put in here is from New Zealand to help reduce appearances of the scars, same as the other stick that I mentioned. This one doesn't contain petrolatum, mineral oils, no artificial colors or fragrance, so the scent that you smell here is just coming from the tea tree, and I think it's quite gentle from from a mask version. I would say the strongest scent is from the gel as well as the wipe. So there you go, that wipe really don't recommend. And this mask is actually quite mild. And this product doesn't contain SLS and is not tested on animals. It comes with a quite liquidy sort of formula, in my opinion. It doesn't take much of effort. I really love this one. I think this is one of my favorite. It could be the best clay mask that I've used. I've used a few: Clarins, Clinique, Neutrogena, L'Oreal. I still have some L'Oreal ones. I just recently finished a Neutrogena clay mask, a sort of cleanser 2-in-1 product, and I mentioned in my recent mask review videos there, that one's giving a such terrible, terrible alcoholic scent. And when you do clay mask, when you're trying to get rid of all this dirt on your face, where do you put the most? Definitely around your nose. Well, to me, it's around my nose, my chin, my T-zone area, forehead, and then the cheek. I'll use it every now and then. And with the scent, you just can't stand it. It's just terrible. This one, I really enjoyed it. The other really important thing about clay mask is how you feel it once it's completely dry on your face before you wash it off. The Clinique one that I used before and the Neutrogena one, as well as the L'Oreal ones that I just used, once they're dried, you really can't talk. This one, you don't feel as tight as those masks. It doesn't give you that uncomfortable feeling. And then it goes to the step when you wash your clay mask. This one washed it off so well. I don't have to wash my face too hard or too long under the water. It's just like using a cleanser or a moisturizing mask that you have to wash it out afterwards. It is so easy to use and the results are amazing. I definitely see my pores are tightened and my pores are a lot more clear before. I can see a huge difference before and after. And apart from that, my skin definitely feel a lot more softer and quite radiant. It giving this glow. It's quite rejuvenating. I feel like, oh my gosh, I have my baby skin back all over again. And it's not expensive at all. I picked this one up at Big W when they had their half price sale. So you only paid $8 for 100 gram. What a bargain and what a great product. If you're an acne prone skin and you're quite oily skin type and you're looking for a very comfortable clay mask and doing more than get rid of the dirt, tightening the pores, but also moisturizing your skin, this is the one to try. Alright, that is everything for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I really hope this video is helpful and informative in a way when you're picking up the products or just looking at their entire range and see which one to choose and which one to stay away from. If you do have any good recommendations on the products or the brand that you want me to try out, please leave a comment down below or just say hi. I love saying hi to you guys in the comments. For the upcoming month skincare review, I am currently trying some Korean skincare products which you can purchase from Adore Beauty here in Australia or Style, which they ship internationally, and they're pretty quick because I just purchased a couple things and they are a lot quicker than I thought. It took me maybe less than 2 weeks to receive all of these. Consider it's international shipping. I think they're pretty good. Anyway, if you want to see that video, don't forget, maybe consider subscribe down below so you don't miss it out. That is everything for today. I hope everyone stays safe and stay positive. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!